Butchy are one of those guys all the time too that had, like, you had the sharp tongue on the ice. It was funny. And some of the stuff, I remember when you just signed your deal and there was a timeout in Winnipeg and you were just sitting on the edge of the boards and we were up a couple goals, feeling pretty good at the end of the game. And some guy goes, Butcher, what does the C stand for? I think I know, Butcher. I think I know what the C stands for. And you just looked up behind you and you said, cash, and lots of it.
Cash and lots of it.
Of course, I was parked on the bench for probably the last 20 minutes, and I would just laugh. I couldn't stop laughing, and Dave Tomlinson was called up, and he's like, this goes on every game, man. I'm like, oh, my God, he's beautiful. So where did that all start? Well, I was in junior all the way up through just to antagonize guys a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? It's I don't know. It wasn't really very nice to a lot of people when I think of it now and the things I said, but that was actually I had done one similar to that earlier, but it was when I was still playing in Regina and I had just signed, so I was still playing junior, but I had what I thought at that time was a lot of money. Apparently, it's not anymore. Yeah. But and in Brandon, we were playing in Brandon, and I was in the penalty box, shocker, but fans hated me, and I took a lot of pride in the fans hating me in every visit.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
When I was in junior all the way through pro, and it was like, I don't think they hate me enough here. What have I got to do? I got to do something special tonight. So I decided my something special in Brandon. They didn't have the glass behind the penalty box, and I was in the penalty box. And this guy is just giving it to me. He's saying bad things about my mother and my grandmother, and I take great offense to that. And he's just saying awful things to me and about me. And I look behind him, and he's sitting with this girl, and she had an awful set of chiclets on her. She was very
she is from Brandon.
Some are, it's kind of called summer teeth, right? Some are here, some are there. Like they're all over the place. So I just turned around and I just looked at him and I looked at her and I looked at him. I said, "Hey, buddy, do you want me to lend you some money so you can buy your girlfriend some braces?" She punched him in the head, told him to shut up.
She punched him?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't do a thing. I just quick one-liner. Let's get this over with. I'm sick of hearing it. Yeah. I'm going to be here for 5 more minutes, for God's sake.
I like that you take offense to your mother and grandmother, but you didn't really mind other people's mothers and grandmothers.
I didn't know that.
Oh no! Wait a second. Hey, on that, we're in Chicago. My hand is swollen up, and I've been fighting. And Butch comes over to me, and he knows, like Grimmer and I, who are great friends.
Absolutely.
And then Butch, they have Regina connections. And
Grimmer lived at my old girlfriend's billet's house.
Oh, well, there you go.
There's a mouthful.
He should have actually had a better lines coming back at you.
He should have.
But he said, don't worry about him tonight. I'll take care of him. And I'm like, what? We're going out for warm-up. He's like, I got Grimson tonight. Don't worry. I'll take care of him. And I'm like, I got out on the ice and we're standing there in warm-up, and he starts giving it to Grimmer. And I'm looking at him. I'm thinking, Jesus, Butch, don't wind him up. And Butchy goes, Grimmer. He goes, and Grimmer's big into the faith. He goes, you can't be a born-again Christian. And he keeps, Butchy, shut your mouth. You can't be. There's no pictures in the Bible. And I was just like, oh, my God.
You can't read.
You can't read, and there's no pictures in the Bible. And he just starts giving it to him. Hey, did you ever think your parents named you Stu because they weren't smart enough to spell stupid? I mean, the shit that was coming out of your mouth, I was like, oh, my God. And then I ended up having to fight him once because...
Yeah, you got him.
You were trying to make him mad at me.
Yeah, I know you were. You didn't get mad at you. You came after me anyway. Jeez. And Probert one time...
Oh, that was another good one. The exhibition game when we went to Detroit, and in the paper it was the
700-pound line.
Yeah, and that's just right after Proby got caught at the border with some powder, and got in big trouble. And so Butchy decides, Proby comes by the bench and he says, "Hey, Bob, is it the 700-pound line or the 700-pound 20-ounce line?" And
Jeez, well,
he came right in our bench
He
after
was
him.
losing his mind. Basil ended up in a fight with him that night.
Oh.
And I remember thinking to myself, this guy.
I mean, it's an exhibition game. Let's just get the hell out of here.
Shit.
I mean, they had every meathead in the world in their lineup.
I don't know why he didn't like me.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
no. He was chasing you around. It was so much fun. And, you know, Brian Sutter was our coach, and we were just talking about him. What, you know, he was straight line, transparent. You know, I remember him coming up to me and punching me in the ribs while I was sawing a stick. And I kind of flinched. He hit me in the kidneys, and I looked at him. He goes, "Lad, you watch that Dave Brown out there tonight. He's all left." And I'm thinking, oh, laughing. He's going to be left alone. I ain't going near him. He's all left.
I hope they left him in the locker room.
Yeah, and I went back in the room and I said, "Hey, Butch, don't please,
Yeah.
please don't start shit with him." And I never, Dave, because I was from Saskatoon, played for the Blades, and I never had not one time an altercation with him. But he was a man that scared the shit out of me. I'll be honest.
He was.
And I had a history with him,
And
Regina against
because
Saskatoon.
you had a lot of fights with him.
I did, yeah.
And Brownie was tough.
It is, well,
And the thing is,
was
if you
real
got him, it was best of 7.
oh, yeah.
There was no
You're
play.
not getting out of it alive.
Oh, no. He's twists mentality.
Yeah. No, it's hilarious. And Brownie, we had like, you know, talking Saskatoon days, because I know you got lots of followers in Saskatoon. Regina, you know, was a big fight. Like we played them 16 times.
Oh,
And it was like, so it was a big, to say rivalry, to say the least. The problem was we were really tough and they were really tough. And it was Brownie and
Darryl Stanley.
Darryl Stanley. And, Leroy Gordon was a tough little
Gorski.
bugger. And
Leroy Gorski.
Yeah, Gorski and Gordon, the player. He was
Bruce
a great
Gordon.
player too. Yeah, Bruce Gordon. And so we had brawls. Like we had pregame brawls. In Regina, we'd get 3,000 people for a warm-up just to see what was going to happen. And it happened with them all the time. So Brownie had a history. And Al Tour, a good friend of mine who played for a little while, who's still scouts for the Rangers here. And him and Brownie would go at it. But we had this rule in our locker room that you get to fight him once. And then it was the next guy. And there was the next guy. It was the next guy up mentality. So, and as you're well aware, one guy can be really tough, but he ain't tougher than the top 3 of the next team.
that's exactly right. Like,
And we just did that every game, except Al Tour wouldn't listen. Because it was like, I tell him before, like we would literally be, I mean, this is how insane junior hockey was in the early 80s. Whether you call it stupid or just crazy, is we would literally be in the locker room in Regina fighting over who got to fight Dave Brown first. And that's insane.
Well, it happened in the NHL too, because I witnessed it.
No, I don't.
I'm fighting him. No, I'm not. You are. I am.
No, it's crazy. So